Look, I know that Digimon was essentially Tamagotchi pets, but with giant monsters. But that at least had the internet on its side. So,
especially considering that the movie was about them going into the internet.
Oh, good old 90s internet too. So,
It's true. And look at us today, also being on the internet. Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast. ANY and Keyframe wonder about random dribble. And today with us, we doubled down on the German by doubling up on the Germans. And welcome to the show, Tricky Fox.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the German takeover.
Muha-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha.
and I am your Mussolini of the cast.
Oh my god, it even works. It even works with you being half Italian. Oh boy.
No, see, what we need is to get a Japanese person, and then we'll...
Wow, my OC is a Japanese fox. Doesn't that count?
Can we... Maybe then you are officially now Japanese, I'm German, she is Italian, and we are the Axis cast. Wow, this is
the Axis of Awkward.
Oh, this is probably the quickest way to get a Twitch channel banned. Anyways, Tricky, in case the people watching have no clue who you are, except for apparently being a German who thinks he's a Japanese fox, who are you, what do you do, and why should people care?
Well, I'm Tricky Fox. First of all, I'm doing stuff on the internet, like pretty much everyone else here.
It's true.
Well, to be more specific, I have a YouTube channel, and I review cartoons, sometimes anime, mostly talking about that pony show you might have heard about. Though I'm also talking about other stuff. The thing I talk about the most after Pony is usually DuckTales.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh, and when one follows your Twitter, there are also a lot more shows you keep people updated about.
So many Dalmatians.
I know. I need to because I watched the old Dalmatians cartoon and as in the show, and I actually liked it. And now seeing this one with a slightly more, I guess, new DuckTales style, because they have the thicker lines and the more angular character designs. And I'm like, nostalgia, I want to watch this, but I haven't picked it up yet, so shame on me.
I'm hyped to watch it because Amethyst voices one of the main characters, and it makes me very happy to hear her voice in something that's not Steven Universe.
Wait, isn't she voicing Dolly?
Yeah, she voices the older girl Dalmatian.
Yeah, and Dolly is the best thing about the show. I just love everything about her. She's one puppy I always tweet about.
But here's the thing, because I only know the screenshots you keep tweeting. Her design is kind of similar to Goliath from the old one. So I always picture her a little bit like Goliath. Is this true, or is she a very different character?
Well, they are eccentric. They are both a bit eccentric, but more in different ways. Here, Dolly was an adrenaline junkie and athlete.
Oh, okay. This is different, yes.
Who likes to step off, while from the original show, what was it? Catpit was the original name, the English name, yeah.
Yeah.
Catpit was more this weird philosopher type of character, which was also rather funny, actually. I kind of liked the show.
Oh. But yeah, while we're on the topic,
anything of note been going on in your life, Mr. Tricky?
While we're on the topic of what you keep tweeting about.
Well, thing is, most stuff that was going on lately was with my dad. Has cancer, went to the hospital, and they basically removed his stomach.
Stomach, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, you're also free to share. You hold back if some stories are uncomfortable, obviously.
Yeah. Don't want to go too much into detail, but long story short, he is getting better at the moment. Just rapid weight loss and stuff that kind of, which of course is kind of difficult for him, and he won't eat any great meals anytime soon. Yeah.
Well, at least he's alive.
Exactly.
But yeah, I also take it that those events obviously took a lot of your general focus over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Exactly.
Keyframe, do you have anything, any events, anything fun to share with class? Or not fun?
For once, I don't have anything not fun to share. So, yay. You know, besides the general things of Chrissy has a panic disorder, and I got reminded of it for dumb reasons. But I got better. Hooray. No.
That's a thing.
that is a thing. No, I think honestly, I spent most of this week like doing adulting things. Like I found out I don't have a savings account. I only have a checking account. I was like, well, I'm going to go get one now. Mostly because I made my bank account right before I moved, because that was when my aunt sent me my savings bond money, like the few bits that I had, and I was like, oh, I gotta make an account before I move, because that's not a good idea to move to a completely different state without having a bank account that was in my name, not under my parents. Let's put it like that. So I did that, and that was fun because I got this kind lady named Jackie who that was her first day working at the bank. Mm-hmm. Let's just put it like that. You know how when you go to amusement parks and they have the little tag that says, "This is my first day"? They should have that for bankers.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that.
But the thing is, I can't be mad because she was the sweetest little thing. And because she was like, because when you set up the savings account, you have to say like, okay, how much do you think you earn per year and all that? And I was like, oh, well, I recently got this new job, so I guess about this month. And she's like, wow, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I do like animation and art stuff. And she's like, no way, tell me about it. I'm like, I've never met such a conversationalist of a banker. This is weird. I think I like it. but you know, that was nice. And then I had to apply for a credit card and stuff because adults. But besides that, mostly just living. I spent all my fun points last month doing like Scribble Showdown and doing this and doing that, and then this week was just like, hey, remember that life you have with work and taking your medicine and going to the gym?
Where nothing interesting happens.
Yeah. Okay, I do have something interesting about the gym, though.
Oh, more gym stories.
Oh, yeah. 2 gym stories, actually. One does involve the usual gym antics of Christine.
Did you meet the gym leader?
No, I can't. But when I've been going to classes, because that way I do more isolated muscle things, blah, 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 blah. My gym instructor is kind of weird. She likes Supernatural and she likes Marvel, but she is also a weird Mormon chick. It's great.
That is a weird combo.
Yeah, she is. And so all the classes this week have been Avenger themed. So, you know, exercises, and you had, and fuck it. But don't let me say, I can now say that I hate Ant-Man and Captain Marvel for 2 reasons now. Mm-hmm. But
okay, what are those reasons?
Oh, because the Ant-Man one was the Ant-Man squat jump. So you had to squat as low as you can to the floor and then jump, and we had to do fucking 4 sets of those things.
Ooh, those are nasty, yeah.
Those are nasty. Oh, but the Captain Marvel one, fuck you, Captain Marvel. No, you had to do a wall sit and do curls while doing the wall sit. And the wall sit was on your toes.
Oh, okay. I liked it until that part.
I mean, I didn't mind it when we were just doing the wall sit and curls. I can actually hold a wall sit for a very long time, and I do curls, blah, blah, blah. But the toe part was when I was like, oh, Lord.
I guess your gym teacher agrees. You can't have anything involving Captain Marvel that isn't painful. Hey-oh!
Yeah, but
I actually haven't watched that movie yet.
But
have you seen Endgame yet?
Yeah, and she was
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's surprisingly it's as much as they pretended otherwise. It's surprisingly irrelevant to watch Captain Marvel before Endgame. It's fascinating.
Yeah, that was very fun of doing those, and that was an exercise that she somehow incorporated 3 days worth of classes. Ha! My poor legs. But
she did it only for you.
No, it felt like part of me felt an ego boost, another part of me felt not, when she was like, hey, Chrissy, just want to say you've been getting better at your form and your legs are looking more defined. Good for you. And I was like, oh, I wonder why. You've been making me do this for 3 days straight. But thank you. I feel good about myself now. The other gym story was of someone else at the gym, because Chrissy likes to people watch, aka not respecting people's privacy at all.
Hashtag not creepy.
Not creepy at all. You're in a public gym. So, but when we were doing the gym class, it was me and another guy. And we were doing on like the assisted pull-up thing, like one-armed pull-ups. And I think like inverted bicep things where you tricep dips. And we were doing it, and the guy was kind of like, God, there are a lot of thoughts in here. And I was like, I've never heard someone use that word genuinely, nor have I heard that be used in public. And I was just like, what? And she was like, there's just so many thoughts. You know, people who just wear a sports bra and neon colored leggings, and they just take pictures in front of the damn mirror, and they don't even do anything. And I was like, okay, buddy. Good for you. I mean, look over there. I don't want to look, buddy. I just want to do my dips. And it's like, come on, Chrissy, just look over there. And I was like, okay. And sure enough, there was a thought of being like, she was just walking over to one end of the machines, pulled up her pants higher, then walked to the other end, took some pictures, and she was just doing this over and over again. So... And I'm just like, you know, instead of just giving yourself a wedgie, just do some exercises so you get the bit of the pump and then take the picture. That's what models do.
Did you go up to her and told her to be gone?
No, because I'm not an asshole.
Well, that's up for debate, but...
I'm not an asshole that does that.
Okay, that's apparently true.
Fair enough.
What are your reasons for me being an asshole, Maximilian? I'm waiting to hear.
What? I wasn't paying attention.
You said... See, you're the asshole.
Of course I am.
But that makes me wonder why you think that me being not being an asshole is debatable. What? It takes an asshole to know an asshole, so how am I an asshole?
Ha! She's frozen in the right moment. Oh, damn it, she's back. Anyways, anything else happening on your end?
Okay. Yeah, you put yourself on the spot, and then you just give up. You're like some of your comment section people on your latest video. Speaking of how's your week been? See, I'm good at questions.
Yeah, actually, nothing really special happening that's event-wise, but always a nice pointer. A new That Stupid came out, which for once has a little bit of teeth to it, because it's not one of those going in the middle and being like, yeah, well, both sides are kind of okay, just don't be an extremist. Which is something that Yuri keeps pointing out is kind of bad recipe. But yeah, I shit all over the two-party system, and I don't hold my punches. So that's a thing.
And then, so I love, can we talk about the one comment that replied to my dumb comment on the video?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, sure, that sounds fun.
Okay, so I made 2 comments. One was actually a meaningful addition to the discussion about media and the indoctrination of it. The other one was me being like, oh, there's a lack of Hamilton references in this. Shamed, unsubscribed, unliked, like shit posting. Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, I helped the editors with this series. So I know what's in it. And then someone commented, what was the comment? Being like,
let's
maybe you should stop focusing on our political system and focus on your economy, Germany. Like something like that.
Yeah. Oh, not a comment. Let's find the actual comment.
Yeah, let's find the actual
because
comment.
It's a beautiful example of somebody being extremely butthurt for being called out that America is not the greatest nation in the world and being very deflective about actually having to think about something. Last time I checked, Germany isn't doing so well either. Maybe instead of bitching about a political system in another country, double maybe, also not bad. Maybe he should focus on Germany and their economy. I mean, it's a video about politics, not about economy. And second of all, I mean, I just replied to it. So you're saying that anybody who is not perfect should never express critical thoughts on issues they notice in others? Interesting philosophy. Very anti-improvement and comes across as a bit willfully ignorant, but still interesting.
Put deal with it glasses on here. But like...
Wait, I can do that.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, welcome to one of the few presets he makes for this show. My other confusion just came from, why did you reply to me with this comment? My comment was about Hamilton.
It's very...
Why?
I need to hold still. It's very exhausting.
Then there was just one that happened earlier today who made like this big old comment. Then A&Y replies with a big old comment. And then this person's like, with the changes to the comments section, I find this so exhausting. You can't even whisper into the void. And I'm like, dude, you were the one who commented.
And you specifically. It wasn't just a random comment under the video. It was an answer to one of yours. So.
Oh no, that was
someone commented on the video itself.
Yeah, that was a different one.
There was the discussion that A&Y brought up, and then the guy was like, "You can't even whisper into the void anymore. The comment section exhausts me." I'm like, what? Why did you comment if you didn't expect a reply?
Also, yeah, that's the thing. I barely nowadays get a lot of comments due to the fact that I'm a has-been, and therefore, yeah, I have the time to reply to every comment I get as long as I have something meaningful to reply. So,
yeah, that's fun.
That's the thing.
But yeah, so so nothing else interesting has happened.
No.
So I guess that means the only interesting things would be medias.
And not even that is interesting.
Boy.
I really scrapped the barrel for this one, and I have no idea which one is the right. I will probably click the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess I can start because my media is amazingly unspectacular. And always, completely hip with the kids and up to date.
Uh-huh.
I finally got my hands on the Avatar comics. From like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I don't know, when have they been printed? Somebody in the chat find out how old those are.
Like 2010?
Hey, this would only be 9 years, so I'm still totally
within
the
decade. Max.
I'm within the decade of coolness.
Wait, okay.
This is all fun.
Were the Avatar comics printed? The Avatar: The Last Airbender comics were published from 2005 to 2011. Okay, so the oldest one you have there is probably
the thing is, I only read the first five main ones, so there are only 4 in this picture.
Oh, okay. If they were the big ones, then that's probably
those earlier ones. So
they're from 2013. Okay, so you got something that's nearly 7 years old.
A thief, totally in the decade of coolness. Anyways, to say something about
Max, come on now.
No, the thing was nothing interesting new in cinema, so I did not go to cinema. But next week, probably. Oh, next week there will be the battle who is allowed to talk about Detective Pikachu.
I own a Pikachu hat, so I say that I'm allowed.
So I need to find something else to talk about.
I have a totally legit Pikachu right here.
Oh, yeah, you got totally legit Mimikyu. I mean Pikachu.
No, but to actually talk about the comics for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, I was a big Avatar fan. I actually got into it where I was really, like I did with other shows later, but Avatar was the first show where I was watching it on the internet in original soundtrack. I did not wait for it to air on German television, and I was very hyped for it and stuff like that, and waiting for the new episode and being in forums and talking about it and speculating. So it was a big part of me. So I would say I was a bit more than casual viewer. But yeah, I never touched the fucking comics for some reason. They completely flew over my head. And later when Korra came out, I watched Korra and stuff like this. But I
still haven't watched Korra.
I guess the internet is divisive about it. Like, hey, some people like it, but everybody agrees it's not as good as the original show. So that's one thing to keep in mind for sure. And it's different. It's different, and with plot development and characters and whatnot, I agree. The original Avatar was better on the vast majority of elements that go into a story. The
Avatar is the master of elements, eh?
But Korra is the next Avatar, so she's also the master of elements. Sorry. But yeah, comics. Here's the thing. So the first comic, The Promise, I would say starts up a little bit confused and is actually... It got me a bit disappointed. I was like, oh god, when they continue like this, I'm not sure if I will continue reading them, because it starts out weak. It has like this premise that Zuko is like, oh, angsting. Wait, which side? Oh... When I go, Aang, my friend, I am afraid that I might go evil like my father did, because we all know... I mean, in his fairness, his dad and his sister are both megalomaniac, evil people, so, I mean, maybe there is a genetic factor to it. And he's like, Aang, if I go off the rails, promise me to end me. I mean, Aang didn't even kill Ozai, but Zuko is like, end me! And Aang is like, it will not come to this, but I give you this promise. Ah. And
then, speaking of that, I like Avatar, I really like the finale, but that whole, I can't kill anyone deal still feels like an asshole.
Yeah, but I mean, fair. But this is what takes place after it, and they managed to create a scenario in which everybody thinks Zuko went bad to being evil or went megalomaniac or whatever, and Aang is like struggling with himself like, oh my god, do I now have to fulfill my promise and kill him? And Katara is like, Aang, do nothing while angry, oh no, and the Earth King is like, I refuse to talk to people, they are evil. It's like you're sitting there and you're like, okay, Aang, the Earth King, Zuko, they all have good relationships. Aang and Zuko are close friends and whatnot, but because you follow the side of Zuko as well, and Zuko has good reasons for what he does, and it's like, guys, just sit down and talk about it. And Aang is considering to murder his friend just because, instead of talking to him first. And even when they talk, they still manage to talk in a way that they still come across like, you have to change. No, but I have good reasons. Oh no, you are evil. No! It's like the conclusion of the book actually turns it around and turns to a more interesting, more Avatar feeling solution. And I can say the other follow-up books actually also feel like good Avatar episodes. So I would, but they are all chronologically building on each other. So if anybody out there is an Avatar fan, has not picked up the comics, I can recommend picking them up. They really feel true to the show. They create a little bit of a setup for stuff that later in Korra is part of the world. So that's also something if you are interested in seeing the background for Korra stuff. But yeah, you really have to get quickly through the first book of The Promise. Each is a trilogy for reasons, because trilogies. But yeah, try to make your way as quickly as possible to the first 2 books of The Promise. They are like not good. No, they are not good. So
when do the blue aliens come in?
When they try to get unobtainium, obviously.
There, yeah. Interesting.
Interesting, I know. But yeah, this was my media.
Speaking of which, I think Avengers is now like only 1 million or something behind in box office.
Please let Endgame beat Avatar.
Jack's film will get his wish. But yeah, who wants to go next?
I mean, do we really want to see Keyframe's internet adventures right now?
Probably not.
It involves Reddit, so you know it's going to be good.
Oh, Reddit! That fun.
Maybe you can be the buffer, Tricky, and then we get Keyframe's madness in the end.
Go, Tricky, go!
Oh my god!
Tell us about something that's actually decent.
Yeah.
Decent in comparison to mine. Let's put it like that.
So, Star Trek Discovery.
The world doesn't always adhere to law.
Well, for starters, I've always been a big Star Trek fan. Grew up with Next Generation. Watched a lot of Deep Space Nine and Voyager and stuff. And so I was pretty excited when we finally got Star Trek Discovery, a new television series. Because, I mean, the last couple of movies were nice, but Star Trek is more made for TV, I think.
New aliens.
No.
Old aliens.
Old aliens with new costumes.
So, you see the problem, right?
Do we see the problem?
Well, okay, the Klingons... the Klingon redesigns is perhaps the least of
Wait. Those blue guys were Klingons?
Yes.
Ooh.
They look like putty soldiers. What the hell?
Why? Why change the iconic appearance of a
warmongering race?
Established race. That's
Wait,
stupid.
Go back to the Klingons. I just want to make a point.
Okay.
Go back.
Wait, are they? No, even further back. Okay, where are they? Okay, ship. Give me a Klingon. Not yet. There was one after this, right? No, explodey, shield. I'm really... turn around. Yeah, there we go. We've blue. Dabba dee, dabba die.
They look like if a Klingon is trying to cosplay as Thanos.
Well, you guys just...
Well, that's more the lightning. They are brownish.
Okay. But you guys asked me when the blue aliens come in. Right now, here you go.
They look like they don't look like Klingons. They look like what people imagine the lizard people, the American politicians are. Like, why?
Well, which is rather fitting because apparently they were supposed to be a stand-in for Trump supporters or something.
Oh no, they turned it political like Doctor Who?
Well, Star Trek. Star Trek has always been political.
Yeah, but this like directly referencing current real life or politics.
Star Trek has always done that.
Okay, I guess. But yeah, you're medium. You're medium.
Yeah. Okay, but so that's the thing. Then the Klingons don't really behave very Klingon-like.
How so?
Mostly because, I mean, sure, the Klingon religion has always been a bit of a factor in prior series, but now it's kind of overemphasized because now they are religious zealots, and I forced myself, okay, are they supposed to represent Trump America now or ISIS? I'm not sure.
That's a terrible thing that can't be distinctualized, because those are things that.
Well, and next there is, of course, the main character. Michael Burnham is, and a very good at pretty much everything, who is also the never before mentioned foster sister of Spock.
Oh yeah, I remember that never mentioned character. Okay, just something to clarify background-wise. Is this show taking place in the new universe created with the new movies, or what is the background of it? Is it a complete, unique, new imagination in and of itself?
Officially, it takes place in the same timeline as the original series, Next Generation, and so on. There are some conspiracy theories going on that this is basically a bit of a new reboot thingy. Mm-hmm. But that has never not been confirmed by official stands. It does, however, doesn't really look like it takes place in the original timeline. I do know that Spock has a never mentioned before brother in the 5th movie, but it just, you read the premise, okay, with Michael Burnham, the never before mentioned human stepsister of Spock, who is now a very important person, so on. And you read, that reads like an edgy fan fiction.
Yeah.
That is the most fanficky thing I've ever heard.
Especially since, her parents were killed by Klingons, and of course she is a catalyst. And of course the whole thing is about the war with the Klingons, which doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
And then it gets even worse, because suddenly halfway through the season they end up in the mirror universe. Where the Federation is evil and stuff.
Of course, now I'm on board again.
Does everyone have goatees again?
Do they have the Spock goatees?
Not Spock.
But you ruined the fun.
But his father
has a goatee.
Yes.
Yes, we're back to it.
Also, in the 2nd season, when Spock appears, he walks around with a beard the entire time because stuff.
Is he the guy in the far right back?
Yes.
This is a very young Spock. So when are we? I asked before in which timeline we are. When are we? Like after original Star Trek, before Next Generation, or?
I mean, that would make the most sense.
This takes actually place before the original series, or rather about the time where the original pilot for the original series took place.
Wait, then why does Spock have a beard?
Because he was in an institution for a couple of weeks and wasn't allowed to shave himself, or not capable of shaving himself, because he was basically mind-fucked.
So this is before the adventures of the original Starship Enterprise. Yeah, kinda.
To be precise, actually, funnily enough, it actually takes place during the same time as reboot movies, only in a different timeline.
This makes even less sense that the Klingons look differently, because we know how they looked back then due to Star Trek, due to Enterprise, which is already a prequel, and they never changed their appearance because we have also seen them in Next Generation. So this is
if they just made this into the far future of the original series timeline, but just farther in the future, they could have been the Klingons have evolved as a race or something like that, so they could you could make some shitty sci-fi explanation, but if you put it into before the original series, This makes no damn sense.
Yeah.
You could have made this another dimension. You could have made it the new movies. Wait, but I can't remember it. In the new movies, did they showed Klingons in the new movies, right?
In the second one, yeah.
Yeah, and they looked like how they did, the proper way, right?
Well, they did slightly redesign them, but it was reasonable.
But
There's
looks like
a difference between slightly redesigned and lizard person.
Exactly.
I mean, to be fair, it's not the first time that the Klingon got a whole huge overhaul. I mean, have you ever watched the original series? The Klingons were basically just Mongols.
Now I need to go back. Anyways, anything else? Tell us more about this gem of a show.
Okay, I'm just going full spoiler mode, okay?
Wait. Now you can.
Okay, so yeah, we end up in the mirror universe. First of all, of course, John. In the first episode, Michael was the first commander to Captain Philippa Georgiou. Pretty cool character, but got axed off at the end of the second episode. And of course, this Philippa Georgiou is in the mirror universe the emperor of the Terran Empire. And basically, Michael is her adopted daughter, kind of deal stuff. So basically, the princess of the Terran Empire, if you want so. And then the next best thing is the big reveal that the captain Michael served under the entire time, and that was because after Philippa died, she got assigned to a new one. It was revealed that he was from the mirror universe the entire time, and which was actually kind of frustrating, because now he was just straight up evil. Before that, he was kind of interesting because he was a Starfleet captain, but he was also kind of didn't behave very Starfleet. He more pragmatic and war driven. It was like, okay, he is Star Trek, but he's more one of the tough guys who don't really play by the rules. That was kind of interesting.
So basically,
but then he was evil the entire time. Nothing morally gray about him. No, he's just straight up evil.
Evil, okay.
And the very next episode...
Is he an analogy for Putin? I mean, since Klingons are Trump.
Well, I'm
sorry.
The very next episode, they reveal that Michael's lover, her love interest, Ash Tyler, they reveal that he was actually a Klingon in disguise the entire time, and he even didn't know it.
Wait, what?
I feel like that would come up at some point.
Now I actually want to see this show.
And it's the thing about the way they explain it. He wasn't just they didn't just operate his skin, outer skin to make him look human or something. No, they somehow put his organs into a human body, and that kind of hit his mind under the mind of the human host, so he wasn't aware that he was there. That doesn't make any sense.
This is stupid.
Yes.
This is first of all, what's this Avatar-ass body plot thing going on here? Second, I hate this. This sounds like this is so bad. I need to watch this.
I know, it's on Netflix, so.
I actually, my dad was an original series Trekkie.
Also, so I guess we are done spoilers.
Yeah, are you? Do you have any more spoilery things you want to say, Tricky?
Yeah. there are more things because I mean
keep going.
That's only just season 1.
Oh god.
But
we got season 2 this year.
Yeah.
Don't spoil everything.
Exactly. At this point, you might have actually get people interested in checking it out. So, what would you recommend? Who should watch it and who shouldn't?
If you like overly edgy fan fiction, I would definitely recommend it.
Nice.
And in general, there is some good stuff in it. I mean, I make it sound very bad, but there is some good stuff in there. Some very good episodes, like, for example, another callback to the original series. They meet Henry Mudd, and he's just a fun character. Some of the main cast is also pretty good, though. The core issue I have with the show is it's all about Michael. Michael is always the center of everything, especially in the second season. It really feels like the whole universe is about this one woman.
Once again, sounds very much like a fan fiction with your self-insert OC.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's just how you know it's going to be great.
But yeah, then in the second season actually is a big improvement. It kind of goes downhill near the end again, but up to this point, it's pretty good. With some episodes that feel much more closer to original tracks than before. And they bring in Captain Pike as the main character. He basically takes over the ship for the entire season. And he's very great. Very great.
I'm allergic to stupid.
Oh dear. I guess before we move on to Keyframe's medium.
You're just, aren't you?
Sorry?
You're just stalling. You're stalling.
Oh, no. Well, maybe that as well. But also, apparently, it's very risky to wear designed T-shirts which are only halfway seen, because this one caused a lot of confusion and people thought it was Mighty Ducks by only seeing the upper half. But no, it's not an official one, but it's a Zorro from One Piece with 1, 2, 3 swords.
Was this really that important?
Yes, and here's your medium. It begins on Reddit.
Okay, wait, hold on. I just need to finish this one thing that I'm doing on Photoshop from what we just talked about.
Fair. Why does it say not safe for work?
Okay.
What is a great quote you heard in porno?
Yes. So.
I am so glad.
Oh.
You'll thank me.
Well, I know a good one from German. I might know that.
Alarm! Actually,
why is he a straw?
Exactly that one.
Why are you wearing a mask?
There's a lot of German quotes in this Reddit.
Oh,
okay. So you want to use us?
Yes. No. Hold on. I'm almost done with this thing. You'll thank me in a second. This is the power of Photoshop.
Should I talk a bit more about my T-shirt? I mean,
yeah, talk a bit more about your T-shirt.
Okay, so we found this at a vendor in Starfest in Dallas. Oop, you're going
Denver.
very sad there. That's true, in Denver. And you see, this is actually this is a sick print.
Okay, it's here. It's here.
Whew, thank goodness. Oh wait, you did something. Okay, I'm clicking it. God damn it! It's like, wait.
I know it's small. I had to quickly find it.
The problem is also you put a file in here, and this is.
Oh, I thought I copy and pasted it.
No, it's fucking New Sky. I have it. I have downloaded it.
Okay.
No panic.
I was gonna send it to you on Discord. I'm sorry. I just had to. The idea came into my brain.
Star Trek, the little fanfic that could.
That tricky, really.
I mean, just saying, I think it's kind of funny considering that the Star Trek fandom is where the term Mary Sue is coined.
That's true.
It is very true.
Anyway, my media. So, I love Reddit. It is 4chan, but better. And on Ask Reddit, people just ask questions. And this question was, what is a great quote you've heard in a porno? I've never had more fun reading through a thread. And I just thought, since we didn't get a million questions this time around, let's read some Reddit.
Ah, boy.
Okay. I'm trying to find. No, this is one of my favorites. It's the second one down. There was an employee blowing her boss, but he was worried and asked, "What if my wife finds out?" To which the employee answered, "Look, I could talk or I could suck your cock, but I'm not a fucking ventriloquist."
That is actually a solid. Then again, the question is, how did she say that without stopping, anyways?
I mean, she probably stopped, but.
Probably.
Oh, but. Then there's this one. My girl knows you're full of shit. Wait, my brain knows you're full of shit, but my body wants to fuck you. Well, that's great, baby, because I have no use for your brain.
Huh.
Who writes these pornos? I want to meet them. They sound hilarious. But I'm trying to find the one that is the German quote. Because, oh God, it's so good. Because someone linked the YouTube link to it.
Wait, what?
Apparently, because this was the not porno part, I guess.
Okay, I guess, yeah.
And they put a translation, I guess. God, there's so many. There's so many good ones.
Anything to do with straw?
Oh,
no,
wait, I'm an idiot. More
posts
on Reddit. Oh.
It was one where this guy was walking out onto his porch and he was wearing like a suit top but no pants. And he was like, "I will take care of this park. It will be great." Then he sees two people fucking and he's like, "People fucking in my park?" Like,
oh yeah, I think.
You know this one.
But, not actually because I watched the original, but I think I hear that people quote before.
But for one thing, I'm glad so many people find the links to these original pornos in the Reddit or on YouTube. Okay, here's one that doesn't have any porn stuff in it. It's not the German one, but it's called "He Has a Dick," and I'm just going to link it in the chat here. There you go.
So we are sure this is safe for work.
There's no porn in it. I watched it.
Okay.
It's just the dialogue in this, how the plot moves.
What? You are stealing? I called the police.
Please, don't call the police. I don't want to go back.
You don't need police. He has a dick. Ah, he has a dick? Okay, we'll not call the police if you fuck us.
Okay. Honestly.
But it's like, okay, so they are both sluts. I guess we can say this without being insulting.
Yeah,
They're obviously both sluts because they want to get fucked really badly. That the one girl needed to be reminded that a guy has a dick is kind of like, you strike me as a person who is very aware of guys having dicks. Probably more than the average girl. So...
Well, maybe we are missing some context. Maybe she's from Paradise Island in the Amazon.
Yeah, maybe, and she really hasn't seen man before. I don't know.
Okay, I have one more quote from this. Sad that I couldn't find the German ones. They must be farther down. I read a lot of this Reddit. But since we were talking about Star Trek, here's one. Woman, what is it you want from me? Man in alien costume. Your ass. Woman, I will do anything for galactic peace. Please, if I could find one of these porn writers, can I get them on the show? Because they sound hilarious.
I mean, it will be awkward.
And then, okay, this one's not a quote. Someone just told the story of a weird porn. It was from like the 70s. And it was this woman making cream of wheat. And then this black guy was in a giant cream of wheat costume, like the box. Mm-hmm. And then it just went into the girl blowing the cream of wheat guy. And then it zooms out, and then there's a guy dressed up as a piece of bread dancing in the background. That was the whole video. And the video was just titled, "This Woman Loves Cream of Wheat."
I mean,
but here's the...
Was it some kind of like amateur upload to another channel, or was it something where people paid money to produce this product?
Here's the thing. It was from like the 70s or 80s before the internet. So this was put on a VHS tape that people bought. I want to know, 1, why? 2, where? 3, what was on the rest of this VHS tape? Because that was the whole video.
We are giving Japan far too much credit for weirdness in their porno industry. I just realized, hey, there's actually a lot of really weird shit going on.
No,
okay,
Japan,
I found a German quote, and I need you guys just to translate it, because they just put this without any translation.
Yeah,
that's the one. Yes.
Is that the straw?
Mm-hmm, that's the one about the straw.
What?
The best part is there's 9 more. There's like 9 more replies to it, and it's just people continuing the transcript of this. Oh, is this where alarm comes from and the firemen bring the bed?
I mean, they usually get... I learned about both of them in the same context, so maybe they also were from the same VHS or something, but they seem to be different stories because the girl was a different one in both, I believe.
Anyways.
Yes.
The link for this Reddit is in the description.
Yes,
please.
It sadly will be.
It is so fucking entertaining. Get a bunch of friends together and just start reading quotes. It is amazing. I actually told Wolfhead, look, if you want to get a bunch of people together and read through this Reddit for a video, I'm in. Because, oh my god, this was the most entertaining way to spend 3 a.m. But you know what else is entertaining? Picking through the minds of our viewers to see what weird questions they ask us. Hi, welcome to the Q&A.
Yeah, I have one on Twitter.
Oh boy!
Believe it or not, yes, a Twitter one, which is actually trifold, but it has an individual question for each of us.
Yay!
So
it's an Enigma-styled question.
Kinda. It's from, oh no, I butchered her name in the past. I will do it again. From Mary Cruz. I just stick it Mary Cruz, and the last name is thing for. So, A&Y, what movies are you looking forward to this coming summer? I mean, Endgame already was, and it's more like spring. What else is coming out in the summer? I know there is stuff I'm looking forward to in 2019.
Let's see. Movies coming out 2019.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Spider-Man.
Oh yes, that's a good point. Exactly, Spider-Man.
Dark Phoenix is coming out in June.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily one I'm looking forward to. I will look it, but I'm not invested in it. So
the Will Smith Pigeon movie.
Oh, see, there is one I'm looking forward to.
Detective Pikachu.
Absolutely, even though it's still more spring movie.
John Wick Chapter 3.
When is Brightburn again? Because Brightburn is also one. Joker. When is Joker? It just says 2019. How about a month, Google?
Brightburn is release date is May 24th.
Yeah, counts as summer. Oh, this is soon actually.
Yeah, very soon.
Yeah, looking forward to that one.
Godzilla King of Monsters. I'm hyped for that one.
The Joker one looks nice. We have Rise of the Skywalker. I'm looking forward to it, but for the wrong reasons.
I'm looking forward to it. I just had this Star Wars kind of curdle in my mouth like sour milk the past couple days. Mostly because I'm just like, God damn it, Disneyland. You fucking evil geniuses.
That one, yeah.
Max knows what I'm talking about. Because fucking they have Star Wars Land coming out this May, and you can tell I'm annoyed because my New Yorker is coming out. I'm sorry, but like they had to open up general reservations for it, so to give time slots, and I was like, okay, it comes. Maybe I could get a reservation for it because I want to visit Disneyland in June, and all the reservations got snatched up in 2 hours. And I'm just like, shit. The genius thing is they still do have reservations open. You have to book at their resort that's like $400 a night.
Ba-dum-bum. Anyways, Keyframe.
Yes?
What did you think of the latest TF2 episode? Which would be Blinded by the Phoenix Part 2, I guess.
Watch it.
Ooh, evil.
No,
it's the one where Golden Fox turns into a Link.
Okay. I mean, I didn't write anything in it. I voiced in it, and I wasn't allowed to change my lines.
You were not allowed.
Did you want to change them?
Kind of. Like, I mean, it's a not bad episode. I'm not going to say that. I would have changed the dialogue in certain ways because it felt like the episode was more of, hey, this person's acting like a shithead. People actually give him criticism for acting like a shithead. Oh shit, let's just apologize, even though he was the one acting like a shithead. And then he turns into Link.
Okay.
Obviously.
But no, I like the thing is, I am very critical of the TF2 series, even though I'm in it, to the point that I think the cast members are just kind of like, okay, let's just let her have her opinion. Shoo, off with you. But you know what? I'm happy Golden got his super form. Link is actually kind of fitting. But, you know,
did you have a super form already? I'm not quite sure.
Yes, I was actually one of the first ones. I basically turned into this giant energy creature thing. Mine was a lab accident. Like, my thing isn't that I summon a power from within. Mine is that I have an unstable piece of tech on my back that will eventually kill me if I use it wrong. So, mine actually has consequences, guys. But no. I'm acting more critical just because it's funny, but like it's a fun episode. I don't think it should have been 2 parts, but you know, yeah, but you know, hey, another episode's out.
And
thanks for that question. I would have rathered the movie question. Thanks, buddies.
Talking about movie questions, the last one, Tricky Fox. Do you like scary movies? Yes or no questions, the best ones.
No, not really. Frankly, they mostly bore me.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I watch a horror movie and more often than not, I'm sitting there. Yeah, okay, there will be a jump scare in the next second. Yeah, didn't surprise me.
Okay, but this is just jump scare based horror movies. I would say are weak, anyways. Never came across a movie that creeps you out without just relying on jump scares.
Well, that's the thing. I often think. Frankly, it's a double-edged problem, of course. I am under the impression that I don't like horror movies because those I watched so far I found rather predictable for the most part.
Okay, fair.
But as a counterreaction for that, I don't really go to see many horror movies.
The horror movies I've seen in the past.
So it's very possible that I simply didn't get to watch the good ones.
Go see Us. There's my answer.
Actually, I did enjoy the It remake, though.
Same here.
I need to still see Pet Sematary.
But yeah, the same here.
That apparently sucks. I don't know.
Too bad. Good thing I have not gone seeing it. Because it has only late night screenings, and I'm like, yeah. I rather read Avatar comics and talk about them.
Wow, that says a lot.
I know, right?
But no, on to Discord.
Yes.
Let's see.
I recall seeing at least one good, nice one.
Yeah. Okay. Here's one from. Let's start with the one that I actually commented on in the Discord. From Denim, sponsored by the New Mutants, which actually has a release date now again of August 2nd. Yay. Do you have a favorite pen, pencil, or other mundane implement, or I guess object? Something that even though you have others that work just as well, you still prefer to use that one? If so, where did you get it and how long have you had it? And then Odie just has the comment. She's asking, who's secretly a goblin? So, there we go.
I mean, this question does not necessarily only reply to pens, but would also like to
yes, any kind of mundane
usable
daily thing you use.
Yeah, I wonder if I have certain objects that I prefer for irrational reasons.
Yeah, that you prefer not to clean.
I've got better at it, but yeah.
You've gotten better, but better is a subjective term.
Here's the thing, I have multiple mugs, and they're all even very similar in size, and one is even more or less identical in shape, but this is my mug that I always drink out, and nobody else gets it. Other people can have the other mugs. This is my mug. It's yeah, I have this. I definitely have this.
You're not wrong, and I mean, I have a mug like that too, which is it's like it's a tall mug. No one else in this house use my tall mugs except me. If they use them, I'm not happy with them.
So Tricky, do you also have a mug?
I got a couple of mugs actually.
So your answer to the question is also mug, or do you have other objects?
Do dice count?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, yeah, I do have my dice that I prefer to pick over others when playing pen and paper.
I actually do have an item that's not mugs, and it shows. It may say a lot about me.
What is it? A calculator.
I have a phone. I have the calculator on my computer. What do I use when I need to actually calculate something? I can't explain it, but it just feels better to use an actual calculator that is right here. And I've had this for a little while. Well, specifically, I only get these Casio calculators. I think this is a new one. My other one broke, so I have to get a new one.
I have my old Casio high school calculator.
Scientific calculator. Oh God, the calculus classes. But it's just I
also do still have mine, even though I don't use it. And let's see.
I don't use it one either. I just have it. I think it's in the.
But yeah, it's just I always use this if I'm calculating stuff. I bring it to cons and calculate prices with it. It just feels better to use, and I'm probably get the same calculations on any other calculator, but I feel like I get better. I'm better at remembering what I'm inputting when I use this because it just has that nice. Knowing I hit the right button, like it's just perfect. Also,
that I suppose, and I think I would simply use the extra calculator if I were to stay at the corner or something, simply because using the phone for that is kind of energy draining.
Yeah, but it's just it's mine. I don't know what that says about me. There's just certain parts of me that really does affirm that somewhere in my soul there's just a 60-year-old woman that wants to get out. Go out and feed the birds.
Yeah, we also use those TI. I don't know if it was the 83 or something else. But we use those as well in school, but we got them, we borrowed them and didn't buy them.
Yeah, I remember the poor kids in class had to borrow them from the school.
Yeah, we just had all to borrow them. No, at their own.
Okay. Yeah. From Jittering Coffee.
Yes, that was the one I was looking forward to.
A wizard approaches you one day and offers you to cure any and all health conditions you might have, poor eyesight, heart disease, etc., in exchange for permanently changing you to the opposite sex. Do you accept this offer? If so, what is the first thing you do? I'm going to let the boys answer this one first.
Okay, first of all, the important question is, do I simply get switched into the other gender, or do I actually look good then?
Ooh. I mean, now this could go really, really dark. Like if we say all health condition, is ugliness a health condition? Would getting healthy mean that
I get poor genetics, and poor genetics can lead to health conditions, but if you get the bad side of your gene pool, I guess that you can count that as a aesthetic health condition.
And I mean, you could also be like, hey, optimal health is a well-trained body, clean skin, whatnot, and therefore... while I would not go this far and say, hey, it's a health condition to not have a healthy body, but the ultimate form of having an optimal health condition is an athletic body. So obviously you probably would be in a well-attuned, healthy female body.
You would have
that's something to consider, I think.
I mean, here's the thing. You may get rid of your health conditions at that point. What's to say you won't get new health condition problems in this new body? Because I would imagine you would kind of just stay on your daily life that you had before, but now you're just the opposite sex. If your problem is, oh, I'm pre-diabetic, and you don't change your diet, you're predisposition to become pre-diabetic again. So...
But hey, you get a second chance and a new body and a pair of tits.
And a vagina.
So basically, I think we will sit down and negotiate.
Wizard, Mr. Wizard, who just made me this once-in-a-lifetime offer, let's sit down and talk about the details. I guess this is an answer. So, and
okay,
but first, and if you reach a conclusion and you should agree to the terms and conditions of the wizard, what would be the first thing you do?
Well, probably I would kind of. The first thing is probably okay. How do I tell that to my family now?
That's a interesting approach. Yeah, far too grounded and realistic. I didn't even think about informing anybody about it.
Hey, Mom, you know that super crown thing?
Let's go to. Let's do something more fun things and do ignore the realism of the situation.
I find it is fun.
How good I look in cosplay.
Oh, there you go.
That's actually very forward thinking. I guess I should. Answer?
Yeah, go. I feel like I know your answer.
Oh, really? In a heartbeat.
You're predictable, darling. You're predictable.
I mean, first of all, I have allergies and short-sighted, nearsightedness and shit, and I would be glad to get rid of that. So this is already sweetening up the deal. Then I am fucking curious about how it is. So, yeah. I mean, sure, it's a permanent thing, and I might be stuck that way. Well, this is literally the definition of permanent, but yeah. So if it turns out hey, that was a bad idea, then I guess I go on the hunt for a next new wizard. But in general, the curiosity would win, and at the end of the day, like, I don't know, new experience. I'm already.
You guys think the female biology is way too idealistic.
As
a female, let me just say that right now. But we go through so much more natural shit than men do.
Yeah, that is actually true. That is true. But yeah, what's the first thing I would do? Watch porn. Figure out what my sexual orientation is. Because just because I'm a straight guy who gets turned into a girl, how does this work? Like, I mean...
You would become a lesbian, ideally.
I mean, I don't know. We don't know this, because given that there's still a little bit of unclearness about what makes somebody queer. Is it a brain thing? Is it an upbringing thing? Is it a hormone thing? And if my male straight body just gets turned in a standard female equivalent, maybe this turns me into a heterosexual woman then, or not. So that's the thing, why the first thing I would do is go there, find porn, watch it, and figure out, okay, do I still crave pussy, or do I now crave dick? Because, yeah, that's an interesting question. Huh?
The best thing in the world, you just become bi.
Oh, don't let bi people hear this.
What? No, then I'm just saying, look, I'm just saying, for someone like you, you would probably want to be bi if you turned into a female. I get to like the thing I liked before, and now I get a new thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would want to be bi right now, but dicks don't do anything for me, so
yeah, there you go. I'm just saying, if the magic of turning into a female also does that, then hooray, you get a smorgasbord.
But yeah, now it's your turn, Chrissy.
I don't know, man. Like, fuck, I like dick too much.
Well, we just go over that.
No, I just say no. I am going to go that I keep my orientation. Let's just, because there's too many confusing variables there.
But if you turn into a guy and still like dicks, there are limited ways how you could still get to enjoy this.
Yeah, because I'm just saying either I'm a top or I'm a bottom, and that sounds, without proper preparation, kind of painful. Because, I mean, I know that there is a G-spot there for guys. It's still in a very not particularly nice place.
or maybe you should count on turning, on staying straight.
Turning hetero?
Yeah, keep staying hetero, I guess.
Here's the thing. There's a great quote from the Reddit porno thing, and it was just how, you know,
who would have thought that this becomes topical later down the episode, but please continue.
No, it's just the thing of like, they bring up how females could get more, you know, pleasure during sex because you know, and the guy brings up, well, okay, think about when you scratch your ear, what feels better, the finger or the ear? So I'm just saying. But being this, I do have health conditions. Does this also count mental health conditions?
It's a wizard.
That's the deal breaker for me, because if I get rid of my physical ones, which is I can finally eat shrimp and mushrooms, and I don't have tendinitis in my elbow. Cool.
Offers to cure any and all health conditions you might have.
I cannot have.
And I mean, since some of the psychological conditions are actually brain chemistry related, yeah, of course they would be cured for sure. This part of the deal.
Yeah, you know what? I remember that because I made that great comic where it was me saying, "Oh yeah, people with bipolar disorder and depression actually have less gray matter in their brains." That's a fun fact, isn't it? Why is it fun? Your reaction. But no, God, you know, I may turn into a male just if that doesn't say how shitty depression and bipolar disorder is. I would turn into a male just to get rid of that. I also would never have a period ever again. That's amazing. The female body is full of terrible things. Thanks, if you're religious, blame Eve and the snake. But like that bitch gave us periods and painful childbirth, because I would never get pregnant. I would just get other people pregnant.
Yeah, and then pay for it.
No, here's the thing. I would just get a vasectomy. It is so much easier for guys to get a vasectomy than it is for the procedure for a girl to get their tubes tied. So I would go in, get snip, no babies for me.
But you already were like, hey, you want to preserve your craving for dick.
Look,
So
I'm just saying, if we're going back into the land of it also changes your orientation. I go and fuck a dude. I realize, okay, I'm not gay. Then I go fuck a female and I like it.
You probably can figure this out without going all the way with a dude. Just saying.
Okay. When I mean fuck, I mean like going into the coitus. You know. So if I see,
you should still be able to figure this out early.
If I do college experimentation and I don't like it, then I'm like, okay, let's try female, and I do like it. Then okay. I just am like, okay, snip, snip, good. I don't get people pregnant, no periods, no pregnancies, no depression. Fine, I'll be a dude. Give me that penis, Mr. Wizard. Also, here's the thing though, this is a question just for, I guess, the male sex, though I guess it can work. Do we get to decide what the body would look like? Because do I get to pick how big my dick is? Do you guys get to pick how your hips and boobs will look? Like
that's what I said earlier. You start to negotiate.
Yeah.
I negotiate. Oh, okay.
Also another question, specifically for you, Keyframe. Would this wizard also cure vertical impediments?
Fuck you, man. Fuck you. You can go be your 6-foot-tall giraffe of a female.
Oh no,
okay?
this would actually be bad.
Yeah, you can go be 6 foot. You can go be a 6-foot-tall giraffe, and you know what? Maybe I'll talk to the wizard before he does you and make you get F-cup boobs. just
healthy.
You.
We were saying healthy.
Having
F-cup boobs don't sound healthy. This is back problems in the making. This is not a healthy condition.
Hey, remember what I said earlier about like if you become the other sex, you would get the health problems that come with the other sex too. Because have fun with periods, you two. I hope you love cramps. Anyway, next question. Oh, I like that question.
We need to get moving, actually. Man. Oh yeah, this was a good one. But yeah.
Snicket asks, if you could choose one non-god tier weapon from any game out there, what would you choose and why would you wield it? So not god tier win the game automatically. So I guess you can't pick the Master Sword.
Oh,
that would be awesome.
It's actually not that strong.
I know, but it's still, I imagine god tier as the final weapon you get in the game. So that usually goes for linear stories, I guess, but... I don't know. What about Tricky? You are our guest. What video game weapon would you get?
Is it
easy? The Keyblade.
Oh.
Which one?
Oh,
that's the thing. First of all, the Keyblade changes appearance based. First, the standard appearance is determined by your personality. Next, you can change the appearance and abilities, like the abilities of a Keyblade, by attaching different key chains. So I have a multi-tool weapon that changes appearance how I like. I only need to buy some keychains, like don't know how it will look with my Dragon Ball keychain.
It's just a blade made of balls.
But most importantly, it has the ability to open up every lock, allows you to cast magic, and you can summon it to your hand whenever you want.
That actually sounds pretty useful. I should get into Kingdom Hearts so I could pick the Keyblade myself. But I'm not, so... I mean,
for starters, you never have to worry about forgetting your key ever again.
Unless you forget your entire Keyblade.
No, you can summon it into your hand. Whenever.
That is useful, I will admit.
And if you don't, you can just make it disappear and resummon it. That's the next time you need it. That goes into an instant.
Yeah, that's fair. What about you, Mr. Video Game Boy?
I'm totally not going through my Steam list right now. I guess for the lack of imagination.
God God damn it, Gray! I hate that.
What did you do?
Well,
Use
you
a
are-
keyframe anytime you want. Fucking, what would that look like? Would it just be? Here's the thing.
You're just sitting at
Would it just be
home.
the horse? Would it just be the horse, like with, and you use the tail as the hilt, or would it be me and I'm just stuck on the sword hilt?
Ooh.
Because that it just involves me screaming at you to put me back.
But yeah, due to the lack of any imagination within my head, I say a sniper rifle. I mean,
From what game?
You can probably pick different ones. I mean, at the moment, I'm a little bit about. As people who are in my Discord probably noticed, I might or might not be.
XCOM 2.
I might be a little bit, and I actually my character that I designed after myself and named after myself is of course the sniper in the group. Yeah, sniper is just like the chill weapon.
I thought you was a demo man.
Nope.
God, are you proud of yourself there, buddy? You proud? You shouldn't be. Get that smile off your face.
But yeah, but also in Fallout, I like to run around with my sniper rifle as soon as I have it. I like sniping like from the distance, not getting close in, just like boop, boop.
The weapon you use says a lot about your character.
It does, doesn't it? So, talking about what weapon do you use?
Here's the thing, I have like 3.
Oh boy. Says a lot about your character, doesn't it?
I have words for you later, Mr. Max. I have words for you. No, one is kind of a shitty idea, like it as in it's cheating. Can I just go into a video game that's based off a TV show? Because if it's that case, I want to go into a Captain Planet video game and get one of the Planeteers rings, so I can have Wheeler's wing and just wield fire whenever I wanted. Because that's like a pocket-sized flamethrower right there.
It is, isn't it?
But no, I wouldn't have all the rings because I don't want to summon Captain Planet.
I mean, you get all the useful ones and leave heart.
I would be like, here, Max, you could have this one. Meanwhile, I'm shooting wind and fire
Heart.
and making canyons.
Heart.
No, what you would do is wait until I'm using all the rings at once, summon heart, and Captain Planet happens.
If we go by that logic that video game adaptations are okay, you could also get a Green Lantern ring instead.
Oh my God, you're right.
Great, now she has 4 ideas to decide between.
They all revolve around rings. But no, if I had to pick an actual video game item, it would either be the Medigun from TF2, because
At
here's
least
the thing.
somebody identifies with their character.
Yeah, no, well, here's the thing. I play a healer every game that I play. Like, if you look at the games that I main, I usually main as healers. TF2, the medic. Heroes of the Storm, Lucio. Overwatch, Lucio. And then my secondary is Mercy. So it's like, I tend to play that. This also goes in. I would probably get Lucio's sonic gun. Foomp. Just so I could just walk up to people I don't like and blast them off the edge of things. Just being like, hey, Max, you want to make an insult towards me? Yeah, put Max insult 327. Poof. And the thing is, usually that doesn't kill people. It kills people if they're lower on health. So I wouldn't die. I just make the message very clear. But yeah, so those would be mine. Plus, having a gun that can heal things, that would be nice, because then after I'm done shooting you with the sonic thing, I could just be like, here you go. Aren't I a good friend? Next question. You can only get one keychain according to Snicket Tricky.
Aww.
His reasoning isn't flawed, though. Melancholic asks, in my constant trend of asking pointless questions about media, let's contrast with last week's spoils. What is the most surprising twist that you've ever had the pleasure to see in the big or small screen? That's actually a good one. A good twist.
The best twist let me think. Also, I think that's the thing. What is you have to put up the spoiler alert thing again.
Yeah, that's
I guess. Yeah, just to be safe, let's put up a
Can you
spoiler
believe
alert.
that Darth Vader was Luke's father?
You don't say.
Okay, so let's
Now
have
I
this
look
one.
at the Last Jedi in a perfectly different way.
Oh, but yeah. So what has been a great twist that you guys can say?
Great twist.
So the problem is I'm also not just having lack of imagination, I also have lack of memory. So obviously I can only
God
remember
damn it,
the
man.
last big twist I had on the big screen, and I would say the ending of Infinity Wars. I didn't see well, the snap coming. I mean, probably anybody with more critical thought could be like, okay, it's obviously building up to it, but yeah, be like the impression, like how it played out, and with the impact it had with the silence and the dusting and everything. I didn't expect.
I was
this
shocked
impact,
with
and-
who got killed. I was shocked with
Yeah,
who got killed.
exactly. It was like, holy fuck. The moment was just like, holy fuck, which things qualifies as, what was the wording again? Surprising twist. I mean, yeah, the surprising twist was less about the plot and more about the implementation, like the impact it had. And yeah, that's my answer, simply because my memory is too bad to come up with a better one. I will be so
What
angry
about you,
later.
Tricky?
I'm thinking.
Why are you looking behind you like the twist will come from behind your chair?
Do you have one
Because
key?
that would be a twist.
It is true. Do you have one Keyframe to give him more time?
Honestly, only because I am kind of like you, terrible memory. Look, guys, I insult Max because most of his problems I also have, and I don't like to admit it. Probably the twist at the end of Us. That was a good twist.
That was a good one, yeah.
What was it?
Nah, I don't know.
I'm not going to spoil it, but it is something that if you rewatch the movie or you think to say after me and Max left seeing Us and we were talking about the movie on our way home and we were like, oh my god this, oh my god that.
Yeah.
It was like, holy crap, it wasn't one of those twists where it was like, okay, I didn't expect it, but they didn't do anything to build up to it.
No, it was there
But
in plain sight
was
the entire time.
But that was a really good twist. So
Yes.
that's my answer.
Good point, yeah. Tricky, we cannot buy you more time while staying on the same
Okay.
question.
I think I'm going with the Red Wedding from Game
Oh.
of Thrones.
Okay, a classic.
It's what I personally think is beautiful is that all three of us had horrible things as a twist.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about twists. Usually when a twist comes, it's only getting worse.
It's a point.
How about all those twists in Torchwood where it's just the endings of episodes?
Anyways, next question.
Yeah, sorry, I have
We-
to
we-
bring
we-
up how
we-
awful Torchwood
We're
is.
already at yeah.
Okay.
I
So
liked the third season of Torchwood, and the fourth season was good, but they stretched it out too long.
it's okay to be wrong, Tricky. It's okay to be wrong. Anyway, it's time to get to our favorite section of the podcast.
Oh boy.
Fuck, marry, kill.
And we have
Who
two
wins?
of them again.
Yeah. Let's start with our lead up, our opening show before we get to Mr. Wolf.
Fair.
Enigma asks, God, I am glad I didn't pick the first question Enigma asks because that's just sad. Fuck, marry, kill. Animated movie characters from shows or video games or whatever. Sonic the Hedgehog, the 2019 version. Howard the Duck, and Norm from Norm of the North, played by Rob Schneider. Sadly, Enigma, I think I'm the only one here that's seen Norm of the North.
I just want to say I haven't seen
To
it.
give a description, he's a terribly made CGI bear played by Rob Schneider.
I watched internet reviews of it.
Yeah.
So since you're already raising your finger, fuck, marry, kill. Sonic the Hedgehog
now I have to
2019.
decide which of the three I want to fuck, which one I want to kill, and which one I want to marry, right?
Yes.
Yes, and yes.
Okay, kill Sonic the Hedgehog 2019, at least in its current design. Fuck Norm of the North, just to get it over with.
Uh-huh.
And I would marry Howard the Duck because at least he is an accomplished businessman.
I mean, that's fair. Gold digger answer, but fair.
Now you have to come up with a gold diggering answer to keep your streak keyframe.
Fine. Well, I would kill Norm of the North because that's just a disgrace to animation.
Fair.
Then I would probably... Look, Howard the Duck almost fucked a human in his movie anyway, so I'll fuck Howard the Duck. And then, as long as I don't have to look at him during. No, wait, I changed my answer. I just remembered what a duck's penis looks like. No. No, please. I'm changing my answer. We are rolling back the time.
Let me Google hedgehog penis.
Not as bad as a duck's. It is not as bad as a duck's. Now I'm looking it up.
Oh, god damn it. It's a mammal, so... But yeah, so your final answer is?
Okay, a hedgehog penis just looks like a normal penis. I would... Shut up!
I'm glad we know this now.
I would fuck Sonic the Hedgehog 2019. Because, you know what? He goes fast. So, it'll be the most original joke ever, but
as long as he doesn't go cunnilingus, you don't have to be, those teeth don't have to be involved. Am I right?
Oh god, stop that. No, I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if he goes fast, cunnilingus may not be that bad, as long as he doesn't use his teeth.
Until the wizard comes by and turns me into a woman, I take your word for it. But
no, no, and then I guess, marry Howard the Duck because, well, he is a Marvel character that travels different dimensions, and at least would be a fun adventure. What about you?
The sad thing, the weird thing is, my answers are the same as Tricky's, but for different reasons.
All right, let's hear the reasons.
So I don't just marry Howard the Duck because he's an established businessman. No, I would marry Howard the Duck. Also, we all married him. No, because look at him. He's a classy man. He's a classy, well-dressed man. Has his drink in hand and a one-liner on his lips. I can learn a lot from him. Being stuck with him for the rest of my life in a flat and in a marriage, I can imagine worse partners. I mean, obviously,
yeah, that's true.
Obviously, it would be an open marriage because he doesn't strike me as a guy who can leave his feathers off the lady, so I don't have to either.
Apparently lets you fuck Norm of the North, apparently.
Yeah, sounds like a great arrangement. I could imagine spending the rest of my life with Howard the Duck. Once again...
Okay, we have that on file now. Awesome.
We do now, don't we?
Great. Now we are part of Howard's harem.
And then when you look at Sonic and Norm, one of them is a fluffy, big... Okay, both are mammals, but one is a fluffy, big, cuddly guy, and the other one is a pokey, weird-looking, toothy guy. So yeah, I would fuck Norm, because he's probably also biologically closer than a hedgehog, and... kill Sonic.
Oh, that and Sonic 2019 kind of looks like the small child in a fursuit, so that's kind of.
I mean, he is just the child of the original Sonic and the girl from Sonic 06. Wait, Twitter has discovered this.
That actually makes sense.
But okay, I'm glad we came to that. Let's see if Wolf's is better or worse. Ask Awkward, who lives in a... Oh no. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Everyone knows the answer to this question, but by the end, everyone here is going to have to sleep with one of them. Awesome. Okay. Fuck, marry, kill. SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward. Go bananas. You can go fuck yourself. Okay, boys, what are you choosing?
Actually, that's Easy.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Because it's
Okay,
not
yeah,
for me, so
tricky.
go ahead if it's easy.
I mean, I would marry SpongeBob
Why?
Uh-huh.
because SpongeBob was actually shown in several episodes that he can be a devoted housewife.
Okay. I know which
Not
episodes
to-
we're talking about too.
See?
Yeah. Yeah.
He can cook. Very great.
One thing.
Okay, so next one. You marry SpongeBob.
I would fuck Squidward. Because, well, at least he's squishy, I guess. I don't know.
They're all squishy. SpongeBob's a sponge.
And kill Patrick because after the movies he started to get very very annoying.
Okay, cool. Max, what about you? I'm not. I have to be last with this.
Okay. It's a tricky one. I mean,
No, it's
What?
not a tricky one. I have nothing to do with it.
Do you think when you
So,
have
here's-
sex with Squidward, when he comes, he shoots ink everywhere?
that
Oh,
sounds like an
fuck you, Gray.
Sorry, continue.
But yeah, so okay. Marriage. I mean, do I have to go the same route as Tricky? I mean, I really don't want to be married to Patrick. I mean, no.
Yeah.
I mean, Squidward. I guess Squidward and I could basically be the two Muppets from the balcony, Waldorf and Statler, and just both be grumpy and be annoyed about everything.
Yeah, that sounds.
I guess that works simply for the purpose of giving a different answer than Tricky. I marry Squidward and then we get a nice balcony in a theater and to just be shitty about everybody. Now here comes the tricky one. SpongeBob strikes me too much as a childlike character. Therefore, I kill him to not fuck him, and apparently I fucked Patrick.
The retard?
I have to fuck one of those three, don't I?
I guess. I assume Patrick just would not know what's happening during it.
But yeah, your answer.
Okay, you guys bided me enough time, I guess. I would marry Squidward because I'm 90% sure Squidward's gay, so I'll just be his beard, and then we could just be like bitchy best friends together because we're both artists and we could just complain to each other.
Who would have thought that Squidward is so much marriage material that 2 out of 3 people would marry him?
Hey, the SpongeBob people, you now know Squidward's marriage material. Then, God, here's...
I mean, the show makes fun of his terrible clarinet skills, but when you consider that he doesn't have any fingers, he's actually pretty good.
I actually can play clarinet, so I could just teach him how to play better. But no, God, you brought up the point of SpongeBob to being too childlike.
Nah, we can roll it. I mean, he is an
Well,
adult.
the same also sort
He
of
is an adult. He is a home-owning adult.
Yes, he is.
I
Well,
guess
I think the same also applies to Patrick, so...
Patrick is a rock.
No, his home. Okay, his home is a
His
rock.
home is literally a rock with a hole under it. So, you know what? I'm gonna kill Patrick. Not just because, well, yeah. Also, I think he's secretly an eldritch abomination because this guy is a character who, while stupid, has super strength because he can lift out his entire home and hit people with it. And
Spider!
exactly. He's an asshole, and when he actually could if you hit his head the right way, he becomes a super genius. I don't want this kind of creature living in the world, so just Thanos him away.
Okay, fair.
And I guess I'll fuck SpongeBob because I have no reason other than he's the last one left.
Fair.
Like, Because here's the thing. I expected one of you guys to pick him because how has so many holes.
And I mean, there's less of a mess afterwards.
Exactly. He cleans it all up.
That's true.
I mean, this would be true for you as well, so...
But again, I think for marriage, SpongeBob is the best pick.
But guess, yeah, we managed to have 3 different answers. Wow.
No. Hooray. This was a terrible question. Yeah, Tricky, how did this question make you feel?
Kind of awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random grabs. Time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. Artwork and analysis, which you do not want